Hello and welcome to Simple French Cooking. My name is Francois. Today I went out in my garden and I picked literally tons of zucchini. I planted way too many zucchini again this year. I did, 18 plants, 6 of the golden, 6 of the round, and 6 of the green zucchini. And my garden has just gone absolutely bonkers in Vermont. This is like what I'm picking every single day. So I got a bunch of zucchini blossoms that I'm going to make a zucchini beignet with, zucchini blossom beignet. So just dipped in a batter, not even stuffed, just dipped in a batter, fried and eaten with like a rouille or something like that. I'm gonna make tons of ratatouille. Look at all this basil I picked today, and summer savory, and it just started like coming together in my head. One of my favorite dishes and one of the most beloved dishes in all of Provence is called Petit Farcis, or stuffed vegetables. And it's where you take these round zucchinis and we cut the top off. We're gonna poach this and then fill it with a meat filling and then bake it. And it's just a wonderful dish. I like to serve it with a tomato sauce. But anyways, join me today as I teach you how to make Petit Farcis, or Provencal stuffed vegetables. So the very first step is to make your filling. Now I usually use ground lamb, but you could make this with ground pork, or you could use ground beef. I've never made it before with like ground chicken, but I'm sure you could do that. It would taste equally as delicious. Okay, let's start by making our filling. And the very first thing you want to do is chop your onions finely. And then we're going to chop some garlic and also some herbs and saute that. This is going to be the base of the stuffing. Now, my mother used to make this stuffing a million different ways. She made it with rice, sometimes with bread, sometimes just the meat, sometimes no meat at all, just vegetables. There's a million different ways to do it. So, make the filling however you want. This is just one way to do it. Now, I don't like to chop my garlic too finely. I like garlic kind of in pieces. I love the flavor. To me, this is a rustic home dish. It's not some restaurant preparation where it needs to be fancy. So, don't agonize over how perfect your garlic is chopped, or even your onions. For herbs, I use summer savory and thyme, but use whatever you have. Basil would be delicious in here, chives, thyme. If you use rosemary, just don't use too much because it can be overpowering. Now we're going to want to saute the onions, garlic, and herbs. We're just looking to cook them till they're tender. They don't really need color. We just want them cooked. So cook them for about 5 minutes or so. And you want to make sure that you stir them well as they're cooking so they do cook evenly and parts don't burn, because that would be bitter and add an off taste to the mixture. I like to just season it simply with pepper and salt. You could put herbs de Provence, you could put Espelette peppers. To be honest, even a touch of what I call sweet spices like cinnamon, just a pinch would even be good in there. I don't put it in, but you could. Now, this is lamb that I ground myself, and like I said, you could put pork, you could put chicken, whatever you like. You could put quinoa instead of meat. It doesn't have to be a meat filling. It's just, this is what I did. And all we're doing is looking to cook the meat all the way through, so just make sure you break it up so you don't have big chunks of meat. All right, and once the meat is fully cooked, you're gonna let it cool down just a bit. I let mine cool for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna break an egg into it and mix it up well. If you added the egg while the mixture was smoking hot, obviously the egg would cook, and you don't want that. Now, I had about a cup or so of leftover rice. I added that. What the rice does is it acts as a binder and absorbs extra moisture, because when you're cooking the little vegetables, they're going to give off a lot of moisture. I used to use leftover pieces of bread as well instead of rice. I like to add just a touch of Parmesan to the mixture. My son is in a phase where he just likes things a little cheesy. All right, so, on your stuffed vegetables, use a nice mixture. I usually do tomatoes, zucchini, I'll stuff peppers. I have a friend named David who suggested stuffing potatoes as well. I'd never done that before, but that's an excellent idea. Also, save all the innards of the vegetables, and you can saute that and add it to your mixture as well. I'm just using zucchini because I have 18 plants and too much zucchini, so just bear in mind I'm only using one vegetable. You should do quite a few. And you're just cutting the top off, hollowing it out a bit, and then we're going to take our vegetables and blanch them. If you had tomatoes, I wouldn't blanch them. They're soft enough, but you just want to par cook the vegetables just enough so that they're soft and tender. The zucchini was probably about 5 minutes in boiling salted water. And when they're done, I just take them out, put them upside down on a cloth to drain them, to get out as much moisture as possible. And be sure to save all the tops, because my mother used to put the tops back on the vegetables and it makes kind of a cute presentation. Do what you like. Anyways, and make sure you put a generous amount of stuffing inside and leave the top a little bit rounded off. It just makes a nice balance between the vegetable and the filling. And then when they're all full, put them inside a oven-proof dish that's been drizzled with olive oil. And I think they look fantastic. This is just such a perfect homey dish. I absolutely love this. Now, I bake mine for about 30 minutes in a moderate oven, 375, 400 degrees. And that's it. I mean, they're so easy to make. Anybody can do this. The memories that Petit Farcis brings for me. This is a dish my mother used to cook for me when I was a young kid. We used to eat it all the time because it was a really economical way to kind of stretch a pound of meat and make it enough for the whole family to eat, and really even have leftovers. Now, my mom used to serve Petit Farcis with tomato sauce, so whatever your favorite recipe for tomato sauce, or if you buy it already made, just warm that up, spoon it on a plate, eat it with your Petit Farcis. You don't need anything else. A green salad, maybe. Anyways, oh my God. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. I'll put the recipe in the notes, and also, hey, if you got some other great creative uses for zucchinis, let me know, because I would love to hear them. I got 18 plants. My wife is going crazy. Anyways, thanks so much. You have a wonderful day. If you like the show, please subscribe. Please hit the bell. That way you'll get notifications when new episodes come out. Thanks for watching.